Ah. Why is nothing closed or open? Whatever. Because I wasn't actually ready. That's why. Because I was running off and doing something else until, well, like 10 seconds after the countdown stopped, as you saw there. Oh, wait, this game's weird for sound, so let me make sure that the sound is actually set up ahead of time. No, god damn it. There we go. Cultist Sim, come here. I'm sorry I didn't have you open already. Shut up, cat. You're an asshole. Okay. Yes, hit play. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. There we go. Hey, Elf Cat. Okay. Yes, that is actually making noises. Oh. Oh, Lina, thank you very much for the follow. Cal, can I help you? But thank you very much. I thought you would come over... I thought you did do a follow when you came over in a raid who I've now forgotten. Oh! Nope, nope, my brain is entirely gone. Hang on. Sorry, I currently have a really screwed up back, and because of that, my brain seems to also not be working while dealing with cat! Can I help you? But hey, if the rest of y'all have not checked out Lina Benitez's channel, she's a very, very relaxed streamer. She's usually doing Sea of Thieves with or without TQ and, like, Joe Kim, but very relaxed, good stream to just have running in the background. I just want to drink my tea, please. And I know you do other stuff, I've mostly been seeing the Sea of Thieves stuff. So last time we finished our attempt at doing the change victory with the dancer. So we did the whole, like, one of the two different paths to ascension through the dancer DLC, and we finished the moth path. And we even managed to ascend. I didn't even take muscle relaxants today, I just can't talk. To ascend with our beloved. So I don't think we want to do the dancer again. And I've gone back and I'll check it real quick again. I'm trying to remember what achievements we have managed to get, but I'm pretty sure we've only done the... Yeah, so we've only done the, like, Grail and Moth ascensions. So I thought I'd done Lantern, but apparently we've never done Lantern, and I haven't done the other one, Power. So those two are options. You also have crap all over your face, cat. Where do you get this? You're not even an outside cat. So I'm thinking, for once, I actually try and do the whole Ascension ending, because we kept, or not Ascension, the Lantern one that's all about, like, learning everything that there is possibly to know. Because we started doing that at least once and then just, like, never finished it. Because we kept ending up somehow doing hedonism victories, because who the hell doesn't want to do hedonism? And I feel like the Doctor leads well into trying to do, like, the knowledge ending, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. Plus, it means we get the best job in the entire game, the one that doesn't have a frickin' timer attached to it. Yes, just go work at the Institute. Can I help you, Demon Cat? I have been, like, sitting in this room, not doing anything because I was in pain for, like, hours. But now you want attention. Additionally, I just lint brushed this damn shirt. I finished early, the director's been sympathetic, but I must return to work full-time now. Right, yes, that was the whole thing, was that, like, I think we had temporarily left our position, and I believe it's because of a case that we ran into specifically, and we'll get more information about it as we keep going. There's a dark and clinging smell to the Institute, the halls that never quite, the halls that never quite leaves one. Perhaps it's the paint, perhaps it's the patience, Perhaps it's something in the walls. This is why you're gonna end up being an emote, because you are so needy. The current plan is to still contact an emote artist. Unfortunately, the person who I had in mind I did not end up contacting this week because I've been dealing with the whole my back doing awful things and me being an utterly useless human being when it's doing that. But still, you doing your annoying shoving your butt in the camera is still going to be a emote. Not you, Elf Cat. I'm talking about the annoying cat. Not the trustworthy, albeit pun-based cat. The patient spoke of things that could have no meaning. The house without walls, the divided sun, the invisible light. But when I recall how they spoke of that invisible light, my heart surges. I can no longer ignore the notes. The notes on the case of Effie, which is extra weird because Effie didn't die. Effie just, like, ascended? Whatever. So, there was a discussion going on in the chat last time we were playing this about how a lot of the endings, and this is going to get into weird jargony territory, but a lot of the endings have you ascend to become a long, which is sort of like an embodiment of one of the aspects, but not like a significant embodiment. Like, there's the hours, which are the highest, most powerful being of a given aspect, and then there's the names, most of whom used to be, I think, used to be mortals, that sort of elevated themselves somehow along, or just like people who went through the final gate and then, or for their aspect, and then ascended to something beyond humanity. The dancer one doesn't ascend the same way, so it doesn't like go through the gate and become a long. They become something else, and I don't know if it's entirely clear what the hell they are. But normally, if you get like this, you'll get like the case of the person who came before you, and usually it's because they died. So you're just like, they went mad, and like, I have the notes about how they went mad. In this case, I don't know why this as of yet unnamed doctor has notes on Effie, but whatever. As I begin to read, I recall the delight in the patient's eyes, the music in their voice, but also the smell of the room where they lay. See, this is why I keep threatening to get a wider, not a wider, but like a different angle for the camera, because he's just, this is where he's at now. And there's no, like, good angle to do this, because for the first time in, like, probably a decade, I'm actually kind of happy with my hair, and I'm very weirded out by that. Because normally I'm, like, low-key unhappy with the general way that I look, and most of that's because I'm just not healthy. But my hair has always been, like, a tipping point. For some reason, I'm never at all happy with the way my hair looks, but oh no, after the last haircut, I'm actually just, like, happy with it. It's weirding me out. And it doesn't look terribly awful with the headphones on, which I'm, again, surprised by. Studying the notes in the case of Effie. Odd moments of sense emerge. I'd almost forgotten the curious discussion of the way to Moreland. But now I realize it was the way to Moreland. Oh, sorry, the way of Moreland, the way to Moreland. I've heard of this Moreland. A dealer in troublesome books. The rest of their ravings, it means no more.
I want to hug you like big, fuzzy Siberian bear.
Hot Liquid Jello, thank you very much for the host. That is another wonderful streamer who, if you have not checked them out, you definitely should. That is a good old friend of mine who is basically playing through 2 of the Dragon Age games, seemingly arbitrarily, and with like 8 different saves in both of them. But you know how I like to try and get into the nitty-gritty of a world and then will run off in a different direction as soon as I there's only one Dragon Age Origin save. Okay, sorry. I'll run off in a different direction as soon as I've decided that I've gone deep enough. Yeah, she doesn't do that. She's neck deep in it and has occasionally pulled out printouts of in-game religious texts and had discussions with chat about it. It's actually really wonderful. The rest of their ravings means no more than it did before. How can a house lack walls? What is the glory they yearned for? But I can already sense the dreams waiting for me in sleep. Okay, so we got the directions to Moreland. I think we have to oh, we just studied this too? Okay, weird. I would have expected we had to explore it, but we don't have explorers. It's the most accurate advertisement for your stream, to be honest. I mean, it's a perfectly good one, and, like, that... If you streamed earlier in the day, that would be my jam all the time, but... For some reason, I have this weird idea that I'm trying to make this a day job, not a night job, because of when Haley's home, so I don't like being awake super late, because then I feel bad that when Haley's home, I'm not functional. So, I'm in bed like an old man at, like, 9. So I don't get to see a lot of my favorite streamers go all that late. Or at all, in some cases. Like, I can't watch El Funko at all because he starts, like, right when I'm supposed to be in bed. I'm not blaming you for that. I'm blaming me for my inability to go see it. Yes, give me that Moreland Shop. Oh. When I wake, my face is racked with tears of joy. That light! Cleaner than anything. I touch in waking... Oh, I thought that one of these little... See these little dust motes here that are actually, like, getting in here? I thought there was a period, and I was like, that's a weird spot to end a sentence. I touch in waking life. But I saw these dreams. What these dreams did to Effie at the end. It would not be wise or safe to follow them. Too bad, that's what we're doing! Okay, so now we have dreams, so the only one we're missing is talk. Oh, hey, we got an occult scrap. Wonderful. I'm amazed. For once I remembered to eat before streaming. That never happens. Then again, it happened because I had great Indian food around, but still. That, and because I was hoping that if I ate earlier, somehow it would make, like, my stupid back thing is also resulting in my abs hurting more. So it's like, maybe... Like, I won't hurt as much in, like, the stomach region. No.
We shall prove ourselves in glorious combat!
Hey, Luna, how you doing, friend? Also, hey, because I think I forgot to mention this, this is totally a new save, so we will 100% be needing a new name for this person. I mean, you've got, what, like 25? No, like 19 hours left for Sekiro? Not really, Dovin. Like, the last one was Effie, which was just, like, a suggestion that I think Luna came up with, and it was just like, yeah, sure, that works. That sounds like the name for a... For some reason in my head, I'm assuming that this is, like, the 1920s. Don't know why. I'm just like, yeah, 1920s dancer? That sounds like a name of a 1920s dancer. Okay, bye, cat. Here, that means I can fix the camera a little bit. My wonderful demon idiot cat. I have 2 different temptations going on at once. Season of temptations going on at once. That's weird. Okay, so quick elevator pitch for this game. 1, it's sort of a roguelike in that every time you play it, you learn more about the game, which makes it easier to do your next run. Your fundamental goal is to establish a cult, though that's not actually necessary, and then for you to ascend through one of the paths of magic. So this is a secret, or a piece of lore for one of the aspects of magic. This one is Secret Histories. It's a weird one, but then there's, like, Lantern, which is, like, the aspect of knowledge and, like, understanding. There's Forge, which is, like, the classic creation and destruction to facilitate new creation. And Heart, which is, like, life and existence and, like, very natural things. Winter, which is, like, death and silence. So you're trying to find ways to ascend through those paths. So the last one we did was built around the moth aspect, who's just like chaos. It's just, everything is chaos. So we, because that was one of the DLC ones, it was unique, but basically we were working for a woman who had already done some of this ascending before, so we were, like, learning how she did it and doing dances that she informed us about. And eventually we just learned more and more, and every time we would do certain dances and meet certain requirements, you change in some way. So basic idea, though, is that it's a game about developing your own story through the mechanic of the UI is just these weird cards. So, like, these right here are tokens that are like verbs. This one is working, this one is study, this one is dreaming, and this one's explore, and then we'll get one for talk later. And it's like a game of spinning plates, is we want to be doing stuff with all of these at once. And the cards are just like representations of different aspects. So, like, this is our health, this is our reason, our funds to keep us from starving to death. And eventually we'll get passion that I'll put right here. I could, but then I feel like I always have a weird issue with keeping track of them if I'm keeping them over there. The other low-key aspect of the game is making sure your board is readable to you. But yeah, it's like a game of keeping all the plates spinning at once without dropping them. Because, like, at the start, this is super simple. The more stuff you do creates tokens. So, like, we went to work at our the job that our legacy starts with for the first time. And we got information about the last character we played as, which gave us access to study so that we could study that thing, because we were theoretically their doctor. So we got a little bit of information about the last player, and then we could have just ignored that. You could have just set it to the side and gone, no, we'll just keep working at our normal day job, and you can technically win that way, by going like, yeah, I'll just do a mundane job for the rest of my life, and that'll be fine, because I don't want to go crazy and deal with the occult. I cannot afford to go get another book, can I? Yeah, I totally can. I shouldn't do any more of this, but I'm going to do one more. Okay. So, these books are the easiest way for us to start getting access to different lore. Also, Luna, we're going to do an Enlightenment one, because I haven't done Enlightenment, and because I feel like it's in theme with starting as the physician. So you can usually tell what books are going to give you by the color. So this one should give us a winter secret. This one will probably give us more secret histories. This is an extensive discussion of the similarities between Elopoly's own dreams and those of Emperor, I hate these names, Elagabalus, who Elopoly regards as a dupe or avatar of the sun in rags. The white is west of the world, Elopoly remarks, and the winter does not wait forever. The sun in rags that it's referring to there is one of the... Luna's going to correct me if I say this wrong, I'm sure. One of the hours? Specifically the hour that represents, what is it? Winter and Lantern? Because it's a weird one that represents more than one, and that always throws me off. Oh, sorry, this is the other thing. Every 60 seconds, this thing up here will determine a new season. So one, it hoovers up a fund to basically prove we can afford to feed ourselves. And then it tells you that at the end of this cycle, it'll turn into a season. So this first one will be a season of suspicion, which kind of sucks because it just spat out a season of suspicion. So these will run through like a cycle of things. The first one it does is, do you have an adversary? We don't have an adversary right now. So after it runs through this, it'll check and see if we've created any of the like reputation-based things that would necessitate us getting an adversary. But since we don't have any of those either, we shouldn't get one, so we should be safe. Meanwhile, this restlessness, not mystery, notoriety and, mystique, that's it, yeah. So yeah, unfortunately that restlessness we have is going to turn into dread. This is one of the ways you can lose the game. There's a certain season called a Season of Despair, I want to say, where if you get an, it'll pop up and it'll basically go, okay, here, every 60 seconds I'm going to grab up a dread or a contentment, and if I grab up 3 dreads and none of them are counteracted by contentments, like we have this one right here, then it kills you. Elagabalus, I hate that name, found his way to the white door at last, thankfully. Speech can't pass the white door, and honestly, Elagabalus never had anything very interesting to say. I tried to follow in his footsteps, but I never learnt enough of the white, and I suppose I'm thankful for that too. But here's what I do know. So that gave us our first level of Winter Secrets. Certain knowledge, it said, can be experienced only through a particular quality of silence. It's been suggested that one can only read such knowledge with one's eyes closed, but only by mischievous commentators. So this is the other thing, is sometimes it'll give you hints on how to use this stuff to perform certain rituals. And when it was talking about the white, that's hard to explain. But there's a secondary board to just this one where you get to do sort of magical stuff, but it's difficult to get to right now because we're missing passion still. And I don't remember how we get that. But before anything bad happens, I'm going to dream on this dread with a contentment and cancel it out. Hey, Detonator 635, welcome to the stream, friend. I mean, that's the same way I do it, Luna. It's just that the last time I ended up with that cavalcade of crap down here that I just wasn't paying attention to because I was just trying to race my way through ascending. Hey, Elder Cat as well. Welcome, friends. Oop, shit. This is the one thing that I'm bad at, though, is I'll forget that I haven't worked recently, or that my work ran out, because you need to constantly be making money. Because we make about enough money to get one... Oh, for God's sake. So upcoming is going to be a Season of Sickness, which means that... Oh, no, my health is already going to be in use. Hang on. Which means that our health will be picked up, and that I may have just killed me. We'll have to wait and see. Our health will be picked up and converted into a bad thing. That means we won't have any health. No, this should be way more than enough space for the aspects. Oh, good, we got a contentment. So, because we dreamed on our dread with contentment, we were able to counteract it. Nah. In theory, yes, you use a vitality to counteract it. I just started and only have 1 health, so I don't have a way to work with health. Except, that's why I'm trying to study it now. I'm hoping that it won't just straight up kill me, because Season of Sickness, I believe, can kill you if it can't pick up any health. Okay, good, it's got 60 seconds. You can also counteract it with, money. I just don't like doing it. But yeah, it'll be able to grab the health. I've got 60 seconds, and it'll pick it up. Yeah. Okay, that could have been worse. Oh, good. It's going to make 2 vitality. So, one thing I didn't talk about are these, like, temporary cards. So, vitality is basically representation of, hey, you worked your health, or you understand health better. So if you go out of your way, you can get 2 vitality cards and use them together to make more health. And there's a version of that for all the different stat cards. And this will just spit out a free vitality, so that'll be nice. Okay. And I'm putting some of these cards up here because they're temporary and I don't expect to need them in the immediate future. Yes, give me the free vitality. Which sucks that I won't be able to combine them to make a special backup health, but I can do that later. So, our health has been converted into an affliction. We can now either dream on it with medicine, which is to say pay for medicine, or we can just use vitality to fix it for free, which I'm gonna do because we have no money. Well, not no money, but very little money. No, I'd much rather start to get ahead on our money before we have reasons to be spending it. Oh, so this is a trembling in the air. This is sort of the opposite of the dread I was talking about. This is the other way you can be killed, where dread is basically your dread about what you've done drives you to basically commit suicide. This one is you get so fixated on a topic that you just kind of go mad because you stop thinking about anything else. Reasons to be dread, part 3. The play is scabrous and occasionally hilarious. The characters are contrary and capricious. Many of the more resonant lines might as well be the formula of power disguised in plain sight. So yeah, now we've got a watchman's secret. It's been expressed that each hour, expressed like this: each hour has its color, but color exists only where there is light. Okay. One more book to study. We can afford to pop over to Moreland's again. He says after saying that he doesn't have any money to spare. But whatever. Ugh. Well, so probably what we're going to end up trying to do next is... Oh, good, we have two different Seasons of Temptation running. Yeah, I don't think fascination being countered... Hang on, before I forget. Being countered by dread is terribly ironic. Sorry, I want to set this up to actually just capture it properly. What the hell? My Streamlabs seems to think that Sea of Thieves is running. That's strange. There we go. Sorry, I wanted to set up that real quick because I forgot to grab something, as I always do. As I always do. I keep forgetting to grab the actual, like, link to the, humble link to this game, so that the bot actually has it. And I don't know why I forget every time. Aha, da-da. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's sort of the issue, is you can't control which one gets magneted up first, but... Okay, so there's our health back all to normal. But you can dream... If you're not using your dream, you can dream on fascination and dread to cancel them out and lock them in so they can't be magneted up. Okay. Oh, hey, this is going to make a free vitality. Oh, we're fine. So, occasionally...
Don't you just love surprises?
Gothic, thank you very much. Wait. What do you mean, new subscriber? Gothic has been subscribed before, you silly machine. Now I'm extra confused, but hey, Gothic, thank you very much, friend. Welcome back to the lair? I know that you've been subscribed before. You can't dream on health for vitality consistently. Like, see? Even the badge thing knows that he's got, a 1 year. So you can work with health to gain vitality, you can study health to gain vitality. And I feel like I think sometimes you can dream on it to gain it, but it's not consistent. But this is the heart aspect, so occasionally whenever you're doing something in one of the verbs that amplifies the heart aspect, such as working with health because it has the aspect of heart, it'll occasionally just create those random events where, hey, you get some free vitality. There's versions of that for all the different most of the different aspects. It might actually be there for all of them, but I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. Yes, so we'll combine these two to exercise the body. I'm abrim with vitality. If I devote some time to exercise, I'll benefit. game trying to get everyone healthy. I'm trying to remember what happens if you dream on reason. I think it's bad. That has not been my lived experience, Luna. But... oh, god damn it. Oh, that's trembling. Okay. This is the weird part about this particular job, is that there's, like, usually whenever you have a job, it has a timing restriction to make you keep coming back, which is why a lot of people seem to think that the physician is one of the better starts, because you're just like, yeah, no, all I do is just go to my job. It doesn't matter if I take a couple days off, a couple minutes off, to do the other stuff that requires the work thing. It's very strange, but I kind of like it. So now we have a skill, which is our skill, Stronger Physique. So let's move this down here. Screw you, come here. Yeah, exactly. It's like we make our own... yeah, I don't think we're a private... I mean, I guess you can be a private practitioner in a hospital, can't you? But yeah, so for all of the different abilities, you get a skill that lets you advance it further or lets you use it for other things. So, like, now we could work with our Stronger Physique and one of our health, and it'll be like a faster job. It won't make us as much money, but it will be a faster job. Plus, it creates vitality consistently. Damn it! So now we have the Season of Bleak Thoughts that I was talking about. Dark days. Must be careful not to let doubts creep in. Dread may provoke full-fledged despair. God damn it. Yeah. Why didn't did Loratron just do the merch thing twice in a row? That's very strange. I should study this book while I'm at it. What is it? In Arabella's introduction, she explains the book was to be illustrated, but the Suppression Bureau would not permit it. She hints that the illustration still exists somewhere. The book is dedicated to Sir Percival of the Red Cup. To be clear, red books like this are associated with the Grail. The Grail is basically all hedonism. It's nothing but hedonism. The Skeleton Songs, poets of greedy delight... hang on. Composed by the possibility of pseudonyms... by the possibly oh my god, I hate this. Pseudonymous... I can't read today. Arabella Dusk, the rumored heiress turned madam turned poetess. Yeah. Hedonism is excess. That's exactly what hedonism is. Hedonism is just excess to the exclusion of all that is not excess. Like, the way that you have to ascend with Grail involves just straight up well, not murdering, eating people. I think technically you have to... no, you can eat corpses. You don't have to eat corpses. They can be alive when you eat them. Because it starts with just, like, sexual cult, and then turns into, like, sexual and... I don't want to say BDSM, because it goes way beyond BDSM cult, but it gets weird fast. It gets real weird real fast. Yeah, Grail is literally Slaanesh. Some of the other ones have, like, a little bit of wiggle room. Grail is 100% Slaanesh. Oh, hey! So that was the Season of Ardors, which is like, hey, if you want to have a sweetheart, this is the season where you can do it. But if you don't, it creates a contentment that'll counteract the dread that's already over there, so we're fine. And there's our first Grail secret. I think Moth is closer to Tzeentch. The problem is that Tzeentch has, like, multiple aspects in Warhammer 40k lore. Because Tzeentch is one of the ones that can be appealed to for, like... some people appeal to him for power, but not many. People who are, like, smart and feel like they're being held back will appeal to him, which is sort of the Knock and sort of Lantern. But then he's also just pure chaos, where his entire point is to make sure that his plan continues, and the only point of his plan is to make sure that the plan can keep being planned forever. So he's also sort of Moth. To be fair, the four gods of chaos have good and bad aspects. I don't know what you mean by "and bad aspects" aside from Slanesh. Yeah, I play this game pretty much every Thursday. Theoretically, I play card games on Thursday, but since I don't play a lot of other card games lately, it's basically just this. We're a very strange channel here, I'm gonna level with you, because we do, theoretically, this on Thursdays, like Smash Brothers on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday are sort of up in the air because I'm trying to finish a couple of different games and play the Warhammer 40k game that Alfcat gave me that's really good and I have not had a chance to play as much of as I should. And then Friday is going to be Sekiro, and if I'm completely honest, that's going to consume my entire life. So we'll see if I can ever stop playing it. And then also Satisfactory. However, I might not play as much Satisfactory just because right now there's a very weird bug wherein if you, for some reason, can't access their servers when you go to reload a game, it spawns you into the same world, but it doesn't spawn you where the save was. Detonator 635, thank you very much for the follow, friend. Welcome to the lair. I hope you enjoy the lore. So it doesn't spawn you where the save was, it spawns you in the hub and goes, hey, there's another player in your world. It's where you think you should be. Also, they have your entire inventory, and you have nothing but a Xenozapper, so you have to go kill them to get your inventory back. Except that sometimes you can't kill them. So that's the first actual bug I've run into in that game so far, which they are apparently aware of. Aside from the hard drive one that I talked about when we were playing it. I suppose I should actually just start studying this book. Oh, also, sorry if I'm, like, fidgeting weirdly. I have, for anyone who's new, I have a back issue this week, and I don't know why. Also, my back is now extraordinarily sweaty. But I'm, like, resting on a heating pad because my lower back keeps locking up and doing awful things. And it's controllable, but it's annoying, and these streams tend to go long, so I wanted to be, like, prepared. Give me all this. I don't know if Khorne is really honorable combat, because Khorne doesn't really, like, care if it's a level playing field. He just abhors, trickery in the form of magic. Like, grabbing dirt off the floor and throwing it into your opponent's eyes is still totally honorable by Khorne standards. Ooh, okay, we've got a collection of essays. That's helpful. Well, thank you very much, Steph. Hopefully we'll see you around again soon, but obviously you do have school, so. But thank you very much for stopping by, and really thank you so very much for the host as well. And I think you're giving Nurgle more credit than he's worth there, too, because he's not about renewal. He's, like... That's part of why he's so against Tzeentch, is that his thing isn't that death creates renewal, it's that rot and the, like, innate putrefaction, and I guess technically, what's it called? Oh god, it's a universal constant, entropy. The fact that entropy is more natural than true life. Oh good, we have a book that'll teach us Latin. Ugh. No, because death does change. Death is a fundamental aspect of change. The thing is that Nurgle promises people, like, the way that Nurgle gets people is that he comes with the promise of eternal life. Hey, sorry for anyone who doesn't know anything about Warhammer 40k lore. I'm very sorry, but hey, you might learn something here that you didn't know before. Yeah, entropy always increases. Like, Nurgle is endlessly driving everything towards an endless state of entropy. Especially those who seek to live forever, because that's what he does is make the people who want to live forever just suffer. Admittedly, some of them get very used to it, but... like, that's his whole jam is... oh my god, I hate this restlessness! Oh wait, I can just give this reason to get... oh, okay, never mind, that's what I should have been doing. That's what I should have been doing. But I think it sort of depends on your read on what different Chaos Gods actually desire. Because, yeah, I think you can argue that death itself is constant, but the way that death weirdly affects the warp makes it strange, because while the effect of taking a life is permanent, I wielded the knife in sleep. There is pain, but even the pain is a signpost. I've bound the wound. I'll tell them it was an accident. In the dream I saw the door. Someday soon I'll pass it. So there, that's how we get our passion. We got temptation for enlightenment, which is what I was trying to get. We got, ooh, a second watchman's secret. And, ooh, a locksmith's secret. Yeah, I know that Nurgle cares for his followers. I never said he didn't. It's just that he cares for them in an extraordinarily perverse way. In the same way that a lot of, like, really fucked up people have historically cared for their follower... well, cared for their followers. Sorry, I put the air quotes on the wrong thing there. Oh, good, we have another dread. But hey, now we speak Latin. Let's put that down here. Yeah, I would agree that he's the only one who cares, but I would argue that he cares in the same way that... there's a wonderful Twitter thread by... fuck, who was it? I retweeted it a couple of days ago. Fuck, I'm gonna have to try and find it. About... hey, if you haven't seen Infinity War, and you care about the spoilers for it, mute for, like, 30 seconds until I do this. Again, starting, like, now. There's a wonderful Twitter thread that I retweeted, and I'll see if I can find again, about, the use of color in Infinity War, and analyzing Thanos' thing about getting the Soul Stone, and how it's not that he actually loves Gamora, it's that he's destroying the thing he loves. It's that he loves this idea of being a savior to someone, which is sort of the Nurgle thing, and that he's not destroying the thing the thing he loves, he's destroying the concept he loves that just happens to be nicely embodied in a vaguely human shape, also done. So, sorry. Oh! We accidentally found... oh, right, okay, I was like, who the hell is Porter? Ah, I don't know why it took me a minute to realize that he's a follower, damn it. This is... okay. Oh, good, we've got 2 Season of Vision stacked on top of each other, so at least one of our dreads probably won't go bad. I don't know, because for some reason, I will never understand why the followers don't get color-coded the same way that everything else does. Hey, Ravelon, welcome back, friend. Oh, that would totally make sense. Yeah, he's a barber. Porter was a barber until the court case. Sorry, for some reason, Moth has a heavy attachment to the shearing of hair. Not like shaving. It's very clear that, like, shaving doesn't work, but, like, actual just severing of hairs. Because I guess shearing, or not shearing, like, shaving cuts too close for it to be an aspect of change. I'm not sure why, but it makes internal logic, or it fits the internal logic. Let's go with that. Oh, piss. So, what I'm doing over here is trying to combine 2 lesser secrets into a greater one. And unfortunately, so the way this normally works is that it will try and pick up certain aspects. Yeah, he could be Edge, like Sweeney Todd, but he's probably Moth. So normally it'll want passion and reason. This time it wants erudition, which is the, like, thing we use to upgrade reason. Yep, so it failed. But it made a free erudition, which I'm going to capitalize on real quick by studying my own reason. Okay, please no... Okay, good. No dreads. No dreads! Ugh. Moth is all about discarding things in order to change, like you discard your hair to change your look. See, that I get. What I don't get is why, specifically, like, close-up shaving doesn't count? I guess because then you might be getting close to, like, ritual... Well, not ritualistic, but I guess sort of ritualistic sacrifice of, like, monks shaving their heads. So we... For the Sexton secrets, one of them came from the bundle that you get at the start, and the other one came from the shop. The Watchman secret, one came from a book, and one came from getting our Enlightenment temptation. Because the Doctor is sort of automatically pushed that way. You get the temptation thing up here, and the only thing you can give it is reason, so you get a Watchman secret out of it. Okay, let's combine these eruditions so that we can get our fourth reason. The act of shaving is shaving one is order and methodical. Oh, actually, yeah, that does make a fair amount of sense. That yeah, like you're cleanly cleaving, not cleaving, but like you're cleanly making everything like level as opposed to cutting, which is innately sort of like random. Huh, that's really nice. I did not think about that. Okay, give me these. It's always funds. Let's work with health real quick so that I can get a free vitality, so that I can fix that one when it pops out. Yeah, Moth is like chaos at its base. Like, a lot of the other ones sort of produce chaos as a byproduct, but Moth is just pure chaos. I guess Winter and, to me, Winter and Heart aren't exactly like chaos, because their whole thing is that they're deeply stable. So there, now we've got skill scholarship, which is the only one we can't work with. Yeah, there's my affliction. Yeah, I would definitely agree that Winter is very much Nurgle, because it's the idea of locking everything into a specific state. In the same way that, like, Heart... I always feel like Heart and Winter are very much, like, opposite sides of the same coin. They're both focused on locking something into a specific state. It's just that for one of them, it's a state that we, as humans, tend to find to be more positive. Because Heart is basically just, like, everything will live and continue living as it should, and Winter is everything will eventually die, and eventually the heat death of the universe will consume all. Because, yay, you know, those nice uplifting thoughts during the middle of the day. I'm trying to remember, what's the... Is it the... Yeah, I know it's... Heart is... Winter is stillness, Heart is movement, but Heart is movement in that, like, continuous movement sort of way. Where it still doesn't leave you a choice. Yeah, Heart is sort of Slaanesh. Oh good, we have a Season of Silence coming up. Ugh. Oh, no. Grail is 100%, like, all of Slaanesh, but there are still other aspects that can be embodied within, Crom the... Wait. I feel like I'm missing something there, Alfcat. But there are definitely other aspects that can be embodied in different ways. Okay. I'm currently going to try and slam a whole bunch of vitality so that we can upgrade our health to 3 as well. But yeah, like, Heart is a very, like, if you're trying to force the 40k analog, Heart is kind of like Slaanesh. It embodies minor aspects of her, just ones that are less fundamental to most people's perception of her, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. By the way, we still need a name for our physician. I'm still thinking, like, I don't know why I have it in my head that this is set in the 1920s. That's just where my brain is stuck on it being. It's, like, vaguely 1920s. Jekyll. Jekyll's pretty good. Why Alexander, Elfcat? I'm curious. Let's dream on this health, because it'll get it fixed faster. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Not going to that job. We're going to work again with health. Okay. And then we can... yeah, study these two vitalities together to make them into a lesson learned. I mean, Alexander does sound pretty solid. I'm trying to figure out why I'm thinking of it, though. I don't think that really... I feel like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde story, though, is one of the very overblown, like, what has science wrought stories that was... Like, it's the same as, okay, I mean, not the same as. I feel like Frankenstein goes in a different direction, where, like, Frankenstein at least argues that the monster was not actually the monster, but was the act that created him. And it's just like, I generally feel like a lot of those stories are maybe not the best. Oh, fuckums, we got an injury. That didn't happen last time. God damn it. That is not common. Unfortunately, that also means that now I'm behind on my attempts to create stuff. Yeah, Luna, but I always feel like it ends up being rather anti-progress because of it. Like, I feel like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde one is a much better example of, like, why it's just, no, that you're just being, like, new science is terrifying and can create monsters and I don't like it. Because that is a thing that would have been scary to the people who it was written for. Meanwhile, yeah, I feel like Dr. Frankenstein has a different meaning to it that is much more impactful and not just, like, anti-progression. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, is that it's... And this is 100% my read, and it's not necessarily, like, the correct read, because something, something, death of the author, something, something. Oh shit, time to start slamming out using my health again. I know it's not... Sorry, I feel like I'm explaining this poorly. Because, again, this is 100% my, like, read on it, not the correct read. It's just always the feeling I get from reading it. It's not less that, like, science is the bad thing, and it's more that, like, the people who are currently doing science are not safe or, like, predictable people. Or people who are healthy in the head, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. I should be going to the shop more, because we've got funds to spare right now. But again, this is 100% my read on it, and it's probably a thing that I should go back and reread. Because it has been quite a while. Give me all my stuff back. Also, wait, Alexander who? Fleming? Why am I forgetting what Alexander Fleming did? Why am I forgetting what Alexander Fleming did? Because now I feel really dumb. It's kind of a novelization of Jungian theory of mind shadow. I don't know why. That's not a read that I feel like I've thought about before. To be fair, my understanding of Jungian psychology is not great at best. Because I feel like I took psychology in high school the last time. It's been a while. It's been a while, unfortunately. Scottish physician, microbiologist, pharmacist, best known for his discovery of the enzyme lysozyme. 1923, the first... Oh, penicillin. That seems like something that an insanely fucked up, Actually, no, that seems way too sane for a mad idiot trying to ascend. Yeah, but Dr. Jekyll's thing... I don't know, I just still don't like it. Because it just pushes us towards... madness more than... Let's say this. I feel like it might be a bad omen. Like, it's pushing us towards becoming a literal monster, when that's not what we're here for. We're here to learn everything that we can. Not necessarily to, like, do evil with it, or to become a monster. And that feels like it would be, I don't know, maybe a dangerous path to follow. Also, gonna be honest, even though I know it's not actually, because, what's it called? Cat, do you remember the transform card that is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? From, original Innistrad? Or I guess anyone else who plays Magic? Because I know it's not, but for some reason, whenever I think of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, my brain goes to, not that card, but instead to, Delver of Secrets. Just like, I don't know, it seems like a bad plan to follow that path. Even though I know that one's more of a reference to The Fly, but still. Yay, we have another restlessness. Wait, we can get rid of restlessness now! I forgot about that! Okay, we have a passion, which means we can get rid of restlessness. So we can't turn into dread. Fuck you. Okay. So now that we have our skill, we need to work a little bit harder to upgrade our stats, which is why we need to combine, that's the word I was trying to say, our vitalities into vitalities lesson learned, and then combine them with our skill to upgrade us to get us another health. Every human has a monster inside him that can become the wrong, that he can become in the wrong circumstances when the world's too much to handle. That's the shadow. Mr. Hyde, it cannot be defeated, it cannot be contained, it can only be faced, understood, and controlled. See, I feel like that's a weird... Oh shit, I don't have a passion. I can't recruit this person because my passion is currently being used for work. Damn it. I feel like that read innately contradicts itself. Because if it can't be contained, then it can't be controlled. But while I agree that that sort of thing, I agree that that is a thing that exists, I feel like the wording of it is not done the best, let's say. Ugh. And just for certain people, it's a different kind of monster, because some of us have... Oh, fuck. Right, damn it. It's like, yeah, that passion's gonna be exhausted, isn't it? Why did I try and recruit now? That was dumb. That was real dumb. Good. Yes, Faust. That's a better example. No, it's not. That's a terrible example. I love it. It's a bit early, earlier than I'm thinking that our character is from, but I still like it. Ooh, then I definitely would disagree on that theory. Because I feel like... Okay, maybe it's just having dealt with my own personal monsters that there is no good time to let it out. That it existing in itself is bad enough and that I can come to terms with it, but that doesn't mean that I ever should let it out. I mean, yeah, that depends on which one. I'm mostly thinking the original one, which is just that Faust was the original don't make a deal that you don't know the full print of. Like, a literal Faustian bargain. Fleming was a famously poor communicator and orator, which meant his findings were not initially given much attention. He was unable to convince chemists to help him extract and stabilize the antibacterial compound found in broth, filtrate? Well, that's shitty. Okay. Well, I guess if I study this passion, we can get another glimmering, so we can get another passion. I should continue going to work at this job. There's nothing I need to be dreaming on, because we can't get into the way... Okay, I was about to say, is Loratron just cycling using the merch one over and over again? I had to scroll up to see, no, it did actually put the right thing in chat at least once. Okay, I need to take this thing off because it's, like, actually too warm now, and my back is disgusting. Oh... I mean, I would say in an ideal world, Ravelon, yes. But that's why I'm also saying I think that an individual's monsters are different than... are not always going to be exactly the same. Like, the Shadow Mind for some people isn't going to always be a angry bear that they keep locked up. In some cases, it's going to be the nagging little voice that tells them that they're shit and useless and other terrible things about themselves. Or to do terrible things to themselves. Like, I think it's a closed read to assume that the monster is always violence. I can't get rid of that mystique. Okay. Can I get to the wood with only a level 1 secret? I think I can. I could sleep in a room without colors, bleach the sheets, whitewash the walls, dye my hair, and paint my skin. Okay, yep, you're gonna grab that thing. No, it's Lantern and Knock. Both can get you to the first door. Yay, I have another goddamn restlessness, and I won't be able to get rid of this one because my passion is currently dreaming. Wait, nope, we just got a second passion. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Let's not get any more dread. Ah, shit, we're gonna get a hunter. We're definitely gonna get a hunter now. But... Ugh. shit. No, come back here. Yeah, we got the way to the wood. You can definitely use knock for it, I promise. Color exists only where there is light, and the woods is a place where light does not walk. In the dream, I close my eyes and walk, stumbling, bruising my feet and knees. At last, the undergrowth before me grows too thick to pass, and when I open my eyes, I'm adrift among the the black trees. Shadows flutter. My feet will know the way back to this place. Haha, okay. Okay. And we've got a buzzing in the brain. That's not super helpful, but whatever. Okay. Do I want to be working on one of our stats again? Probably not. Yeah, I saw that, because it's going to spawn and give us... and they're going to see the mystique. Monster's not violent, it's dangerous. Self-righteous activists might not be violent, but will gladly destroy people's livelihoods because of an ideological difference. As long as one is unaware of a person's capacity for evil, one cannot stop oneself from bringing that evil to reality. That, I definitely think, is a perfectly good read on it. I just think that it's still limited in that it only is focusing on outward damage, not inward damage as well. But, like, that's kind of trying to paint a picture of using... Oh, good, I actually managed to paint a picture. That was a weird transition. Yeah, Luna, I'm not disagreeing with that part. My disagreement is over it being used for good and needing to be let out and exercised at any point. Yeah, that is true. One key part of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was being mostly unaware of Mr. Hyde, yeah. Oh, good, we got the shit detective. Also, I did really like the Dr. Faust thing, though. Yeah, because that's the same reason why the, like, Bruce Banner and the Hulk read is never quite as effective, because in general, Banner is generally aware of the Hulk existing. Even if not knowing exactly what he's doing at all times. For God's sake, stop! This is like the third sickness! We have not been playing long enough for 3 sicknesses! So I think it might be strong to say we're on the wanted list, since they only sent, the Weary Detective. Okay, come on. I want to get rid of this restlessness before I can do anything bad. Thank you. Passion, yes. Ba-da-da-da. Okay. Okay. Ah, shit. I should have been studying this other passion. Because we've... because we totally could have had enough glimmering to get a combination going now. Fuck. Because even though we're going to be very reason-focused in this run, passion is just so good. Because it lets you get access to the really powerful paintings and the dumb tools like that. Shit, we might actually be able to. Oh, that gave us glimmering. Okay. Okay, I have time to study my passion once. Okay, this is gonna be fine. Everything's fine and perfect. It'll be great. I'm sure it will be great. You won't find shit because I haven't done shit. We're gonna get a free contentment. That'll be fun. Okay. Hopefully this will create another glimmering, and if it does, I'm gonna be super happy and lucky. Everything's fine, famous last words. I don't think this is gonna go that badly. Like, this is actually, everything is good. Everything is good and proper and going exactly as planned. That did not give me any glimmering. I don't know why I've switched into this terrible accent. Okay, need to work with health. Watch, this will somehow also create a fucking injury, I'm sure. Okay. This will pop out of vitality, then we can dream on the affliction and fix that. And I'm not exploring or talking right now. I should probably do that. Swapped in this. I wasn't sure if that was a bad German or a really, really bad fake Indian accent, is why I was like, ugh, I should not do that anymore. Because I don't know what the hell half of my own accents are, so I don't trust them to not just be shit, so I try not to do them. Oh, right, we can't work... Yes, we can totally work with passion. It's just we don't have any yearning to destroy. It's like, for a second I was like, yeah, we can't work with passion. No, Cap, you idiot, you just did that, brain. I'm getting my meds. I've got 100 and something seconds left on this, and this is going to pop out of vitality. And not an injury this time. Thank fuck for that. Okay, start that. Drop health there. Go back to work. Okay. Let's go talk about a Wood Whisper secret. See if we can do some recruiting. Shit, I guess we should also be going back to the shop, because I haven't been doing that again. Well, I have money. I mean, yes, if I had gotten an injury, that 100% would have been tempting fate, because I said, everything's fine. Hang on, where am I? Can I still access emotes from here properly? God, yes, but there's such a fucking shit show. Okay, not worth it, because I can't see the game. Okay, one more work with passion. Shh. No, that's okay. I can't do math. I can't do math, it's fine. Hang on. Now, while I'm over here and I can see it, so I can actually find my everything's fine. I don't remember the names for these, or else I'd actually just, like, type them. Like, those, everything is fine. Everything is totally fine. Okay, more moth books. Getting a lot of moth books, despite being what's going to be a, come here, damn it. Despite being a Grail cult, but whatever. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so there's my other health back, totally fine. There's this. No, we're not Grail now. Sorry, what did I say? Lantern! Good lord! Why can't I brain? No, we're definitely going Lantern. I'm just dumb. We're dumb, and I've returned to my recruiting bullshit again. No, take my money. Thank you. Take my money. Yeah, no, Grail is the only one that I've done, so that's why I'm saying no, we'll do the Enlightenment one. Yeah, I've heard that it has to do some pretty twisted stuff that's similar to Grail at the end. Okay, so now we combine these two Glimmerings. We'll have a second Glimmering lesson learned, and then we can combine it with our skill, and it'll be great and fine and perfect and wonderful and yada 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 yada. Yada yada yada. Okay, now I'm just thinking of Chowder? Was it Chowder? Does anyone else remember what the hell I'm talking about? I think it was called Chowder. You become an illithid, essentially, as you consume their minds? Yeah, exactly. Okay, collect those. Work with passion to destroy the restlessness. Okay. I mean, I hope without the tentacle face, because I could do without the tentacle face. But otherwise, yeah. I'm okay with that, though. Look, we must consume all of their interesting thoughts, okay? They've got cool thoughts. And I want all of their thoughts. Don't consume their minds, you drag them through the ascent of knives. Somehow that sounds worse. That somehow seems much, much worse. What is this? Shadows, and what's the other one? Okay. God damn it! We have another season of sickness coming up! Fuck off! I can't even, like, do anything to prepare some stuff. I don't think there is an edge victory yet. Is there? I don't think there was yet. Oop, shit. It's done. Yay, a free glimmering. Time to go work with some health. So many books. So many... Hey, look, our first edge book. So edgy. I'm sure no one's ever made that joke before. Never, ever made that joke before. Ugh. I mean, yeah, Edge is just, I stab people! Like, that is decidedly corn, yes. Hang on. He's asleep. He's mostly asleep, sorry. Yes, give me my new spare passion. Ha-ha! Oh, are you awake now? That's gonna make it hard when I try and do your nails. I woke him, but he's still a cat. They sleep 18 goddamn hours a day. He'll be back to sleep soon. I also may or may not be slowly wearing down, Haley on the... And not intentionally, but definitely accidentally doing it. On, the poor special needs dog front. Hey, Laidlaw? What the hell kind of name is that? So much mystique. They'll never know what's happening. Ever! I should start reading these books. So many books. The face looks familiar. I just... He's a tinker and mechanic. Probably... the forge, then. If I had to guess. Which I guess technically I don't, but I'm choosing to anyway. You see, for your lantern long to ascend higher, the ritual must be secret, cannot be witnessed even by a single person. However, because it's the lantern ritual, it must be observed by 7 living souls. How do you get observed by 7 living souls, but not witnessed by a single person? I mean, let them see, then kill them. Okay, give me that contentment. Yeah, like, Lantern has some weird quantum mechanics crap built into it. And I will be the first to say I only vaguely, at best, understand what I even just said. Just the understanding that, yes, quantum mechanics is the idea that observing something changes the outcome. No, like that's why I'm specifically saying that, Luna, because no, like a lot of the lantern stuff very specifically interacts with being seen, or not being seen. I'm sorry, do I have a level... I do already have a level 6 moth secret. Okay. That's fucking weird. You just make each of them less than a person? That's not better! That's not better at all! That's worse! feel like just killing them would be better. Nope, can't read that book. It's in Forge. It's in Forge. It's in Greek. Brain. You asshole. Brain. I'm just trying to remember the dumb series of interactions I have to do to start the cult. I think it's talk to someone about us. No. Why can I never remember how to start the cult? That's always the hardest part for me. Is just remembering the weird series of interactions that starts the cult. Oh, shit. Right, it's talk to someone about the temptation. God damn it. It's like, I know I talked to them about one of the 8 different goddamn cards I've got right now, I just can never remember which one it is. Oh, we're just getting all the Forge people. Yeah, but she's Lantern, if I recall correctly, anyway. Oh, right, I just talked to her, period. Right, god damn it. Doctrine? Oh, here, Forge. Not Forge. God damn it, Lantern! Brain, stop fighting with me here. We could do this. Yeah, talking to any possible kin, it's just that I need to talk to one of them, and I haven't been doing that. Also, hey, Amateur, how you doing, friend? Ooh, hey, we got a right. That's good. We can start performing magics. Let's get you people down here. Let's move, like, 2 more down? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start trying to, like, actually set up my... Yeah, I know it requires a living soul, but hey, you have to start somewhere. And worst case, we can sacrifice a thingamahoosit. You know, one of them peoples. Hireling, that's the word. Couldn't remember the word hireling. Can't tell if this is heart or grail. I think it's heart. Okay, edge will go over here. Oh, nope. I'm missing one. Okay, edge will go over there. Okay. You can't sacrifice the weary detective. Even I know that. Yeah, you need something that's kind of, sort of, maybe alive. Yeah, Azim would be them, but... I don't know what Azim's preferred pronouns are, so I just generally try and stick with them. Terrible clarity. There's some of my spare reason. Yeah, but that requires work. Like, I don't have a cult to start with, so I definitely don't have the people to, like, capture him, much less drive him crazy. I need way more powerful secrets for that. Oh, why does my ear itch? Because I'm wearing headphones, you twit. That's why. Brain. Brain and I are not getting along today. My brain and I are not getting along today. Sorry. I feel like those are very different. Yeah, that's one of the... Like, hermaphrodite does have a not a connotation, denotation. No, that's still not the right word. Has a thing about it. I can't remember the right word. That implies, that implies application of gender that Azim does not need to abide by and can do whatever the fuck they want. So, it's extra weird. And very difficult. So, I guess it... So, Azim's pronoun would probably just change based on however they were feeling at any given time. Much less how they've changed their body at any given time. Okay, we have a cult now. We have a cult, and Cat Caro is our first member. Well, that's good. You're Forge. I guess you're apparently also Forge. You're probably Moth. Azim's pronoun, if asked, is probably just Azim. I think it's probably more accurately, fuck you, don't give me pronouns, use my proper name. Hermaphrodite originates from the Greek myth about a man and woman who loved each other so much they asked the gods to literally make them one, for once the gods actually did as requested. I mean, they do as requested, Greek gods do as requested often, just not in the ways expected. Something, something, monkey's paw? Like, I mean, that's the whole thing with the Greek gods, is just that they're annoyingly human. They don't pretend to be well, actually, they do actively pretend to be infallible, but yeah. Yeah, I feel like establishing boundaries with Azim early is very important. Okay. Passion, I need you to come up here so I can burn off this restlessness again before it turns into anything bad. Let's go talk about the red secret. Then return to trying to combine these stupid watchmaker secrets. Watchman, not watchmaker, watchman. Yeah, exactly. That's sort of what I was thinking of, Amateur, exactly, was the asking Jeff Goldblum, how do I pronounce your name? And his response being, and I always tell them, how dare you talk to me? That is exactly what I was thinking of. I mean, yeah, but you were also the one that brought them into this plane of existence, Luna, so you have, by definition, you have some amount of control, at least enough to bring them in, and they know that if you don't keep them around, that they'll have to go back to not being able to take part in being an embodiment of excess. So I feel like it's still very important to establish boundaries early on. Okay, my other passion's over there. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, that's if he goes out of control. Like, that's the fundamental thing, is that if you don't let him go out of control, or if you don't let them go out of control, then it's just, they're staying there because you brought them in, so they're at least minorly beholden to you, it seems. Yeah, I should just keep doing the good job, because I like having the money. And we'll keep going to Moreland Shop until we buy all of her books. All of her books. Ah, damn it. We have a season of suspicion coming up. And once the summoning ends, Azim's gotta go home, and Azim will be sulking. Yup! It's just like Azim knows that if they... Like, yeah, if they break free, they get to take you away. But at the same time, if they, like, let the ritual happen and are beholding to you for the time that they're on this plane, it's like, then I get to go do stuff! Yay! Okay, I think that's a Secret Histories book. That's totally a Secret Histories book. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to go home. It's boring home. It's like the only mortals I ever get to screw with are the mortals who are stupid and try and cross through the doors unprepared. I guess not the doors, the different ways. I don't know why I have it in my head that they're all doors. They're definitely not all doors. Ah, shit. He's totally going to be able to pick up a notoriety. Maybe he won't. We'll have to see. No, I can hide the notoriety. Okay. So I can hide the notoriety. I would count that as it's boring at home, but yeah. I mean, because effectively they are doors, it's just that few of them are literal doors, so it's weird to call them just doors. Okay. I might actually be able to get away without needing to... I'm not working right now because I want to wait until... I want to see if I can just make this notoriety burn away before it actually gets used. My name is Earl Fagor, and I will be your tormentor for the rest of eternity. That reminds me, I've finally actually managed to watch all of The Good Place. No, not all of, because Season 3 isn't on Netflix. I watched the first 2 seasons of The Good Place, and damn it, that actually is as good as people were telling me, and I'm kind of annoyed. Because it was actually quite good. Mythology is ultimately a collection of archetypes. They're people retelling stories identify with, so pagan gods tend to embody certain aspects of humanity in hypertrophied degree, like Ares, god of war, battle and bloodshed. He was the god that embodied visceral nature of war. He, on the other hand, was the goddess of warfare and discipline and strategy. She emboldened the intellectual nature of war. The only not door is the wood, as it grows around the walls of the mansis. As any student of history knows, the mansis has no walls. Yeah. But, I mean, it's just the difference between... I'm not even saying the difference between... It's one of the notes that you'll see between, like, I guess, what's the best way to put this? Non-Judeo-Christian mythologies is that because an amount of their deities tend to actually be based off of real people, or act like real people, you have a lot more cases of them being fallible and being called out on being fallible by humanity and others. Meanwhile, with Judeo-Christian beliefs, you don't get that. Like, it's fundamentally against... Okay, not fundamentally. It's against what a lot of fundamentalists would hold basic doctrine as. Ah, shit. I forgot this was going to ask for a thing. Okay, so I'm going to need to be ready to hide my notoriety. Okay, come on. Notoriety, double passion. Okay. Inspiration will be... Hey, Kat, you're actually in the club, so we're going to be inspired by you, okay? Yeah, I guess all the other ones are totally doors, aren't they? I'm just silly and can't remember things. But that's not new. Okay, Nordic mythology is extra confusing just because at certain points in time we are growing more certain that we actually know who some of the deities were based off of, and then you also just have all the madness of their absurd family trees that involve cows and goats and kidnapping and other such interesting acts. But yeah, still, like, they're innately fallible. And if they're not necessarily... Like, Zeus is one character who is, like, maybe not necessarily aware that he's fallible and, like, acts accordingly, so much as just, like, the audience who it's for is aware that he's supposed to be fallible. He is innately human and does the same stupid things that a human does, except that he's a deity. He doesn't have to abide by normal laws. Ah, shit, that grabbed a Mystique. Oh, good. We found the Knock Pawn. Embodiments of elemental humanity, monotheistic religions, or refinements of polytheistic religions. They contain archetypes that are more abstract, closer to ideal. Yeah, but that ends up running into issues when your ideal doesn't actually work terribly well. Or like when your ideal isn't reflected in the ways that you think it should be in nature. Loki decidedly had a very colorful family as a giant world-eating serpent, a wolf larger than the sun, and an 8-legged horse who is the mother of... I don't remember who the 8-legged horse is the mother of, but yeah. Zeus just seemed to be a Greek excuse for people to get into bestiality. Didn't he turn into, like, an inanimate object at least once? Oh, right, sorry, yes, he's the mother of the 8-legged horse. Sorry, the phrase was written a little weirdly. I swear that, that Zeus turned into an inanimate object at least once. Yes, because he turned into a bucket of, like, golden liquid or something in the same story where he turns into a swan? Pretty sure I'm not making that up. Like, 98% sure I'm not making that up. Okay. I stopped paying attention and don't remember what I was doing. I'm definitely trying to hide some notoriety, which is going to get difficult here in a second. No, it won't. That actually should be totally fine. So I remember the swan, and I remember the bull, and I feel like I remember the rain. Yeah, Zeus was a golden shower. No, not that type. Yeah, okay, I was pretty sure I remembered that, but my knowledge of Greek mythology is a bit, let's say, not behind, not upkept. Why? There's Mystique, you motherfucker! Damn it! He's gonna make a fucking clue, I bet you. Well, time to not do anything obvious for a while. God damn it, there's 2 Mystique! Oh. It actually works pretty well. It's just that we now have mythology that does not require religion, is even more abstract fiction writing. Further refinement that makes monotheistic religion obsolete, like monotheistic made polytheistic obsolete. I don't know if you can even necessarily say it made it obsolete, because there are still followers of those here. Like, they still exist. I was mostly bringing up the issue that it means that whatever religion you have, it dealing with the closer to perfection you try and drive your deity to be, it just creates more and more issues for anyone who evangelizes their beliefs, especially if they're trying to come at things from a very, like, as it is written, fundamentalist perspective. This is a weird discussion. How the hell did we end up on this discussion? Also, Mystique does like to disguise herself as other people. Well, that's the wrong Mystique, but yes. Okay, Furtive Truth. Nice, 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 nice. Just keep reading all these stories about secret histories. Ugh! Ravelon, I take it that this is a thing that you have spent a lot of time dealing with specifically, is it not? No, yeah, Amateur, I'm just bringing up that the idea that driving your religion's focused on singular, not even singular, but, like, perfected ideals of, like, an infallible deity tend to make things like that not understandable, because it means that if you have someone who is being evangelizing your religion, especially someone who is arguing fundamentalisms, then they're having to pick and choose large portions of it, which means that they're still not actually being fundamentalist anyway. They're just picking and choosing things that appeal to them directly. Oh my god, stop giving me restlessness! I mean, that's sort of the thing I'm talking about there, Luna. That's why I tend to... I guess from a fictional perspective, I would tend to like things like the Greek and Roman and Norse deities more, because they're not supposed to be omnipotent or omnipresent. Because they're basically just extra... They're just extra human, basically. But as Ravelon has already said, a lot of those things have just sort of moved into fiction, especially for a lot of them into like superhero fiction. But yeah, why force them to fit? I mean, that's sort of exactly what I was talking about, though, Luna. Religion is a delivery mechanism for ideas. As long as a set of ideas results in net positive effect, it will continue to persist. It can only be displaced by a set of ideas with a delivery mechanism of similar effectiveness that provides greater benefit overall. I want to say that I really like that read. My problem is that it implies humanity doing things that humanity doesn't always do. Like, I mean, in the long term, it's 100% true. Oh, fuck, that restlessness is going to turn into a dread because I wasn't paying attention. Fuck. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it. I feel dumb for that. But just like, I guess because my forced perspective is short term, where it's, dealing with people who will fight tooth and nail to avoid change if there is a better system in place. But long term, effectively, yes, that is 100% true, that eventually you have to... Yeah, ideas do develop under an evolutionary process. The problem is that as soon as you start dealing with a sapient race, evolution also stops functioning the same way. Especially if you are dealing with one that is not innately rational. Because you stop dealing, like... The basic theory for evolution is that, like, the most adapted to survive will survive and pass on their genes. That fundamentally changes when you start accessing, like, especially an economic-based evolutionary system. Like, yeah, technically people who wouldn't really be able to survive are able to survive, and in some cases, because of monetary fortune for one degree or another, are able to reproduce, and therefore continue on their genes and their, like, monetary wealth. But their monetary wealth can't exist independently of people who are less successful. So it starts getting wonky, let's say. But yeah, like, no conscious input required and can barely be controlled. Like, yeah, I get that it can't be controlled, but that's still thinking large scale. Like, individual generations are still going to fight on different aspects. And individual generations are still going to actively slow down the process of change, no matter what that change is. Yes, it changes what traits make an organism more successful in an environment, but those traits don't stay helpful. And especially when the traits that are helpful in an environment sometimes aren't actually helpful. When it's stuff like, formerly, your ability to retain fat was like a sign for, well, not good breeding, but good potential breeding. It's like, and now that's the exact opposite. Most successful organism in the history of the world? That depends entirely on what basis you're judging it on. But I would assume that if you're trying to go simplistic, probably going to go with the water bear, but we'll see. That, Luna, that's not a thing you can judge. I don't know what you mean by overall. Because arguably that would probably just be humans then, since they've managed to cover the entire planet and are rapidly managing to prove that we can kill ourselves faster than anything else can. But then again, we've also been on the planet for significantly less time than most other things, but I don't know what you mean by longest survival rate, then. Because, yeah, I mean, I guess if you're going for, like, has been around and relatively unchanged for the longest time, it would probably have to be phytoplankton, yeah. Actually, I don't know how much phytoplankton have changed. Then again, I feel like because of... Okay, this is 100% going to be me talking about out of my ass. I don't know how phytoplankton, like, if they leave fossil records behind. So I don't know if we actually have an understanding of how much they've changed, but I mean, they are considered to be one of the first living creatures on Earth, since they're relatively simple. That reminds me, is this the theory of the catalyzation of life for life on Earth is still the, like, primordial soup theoretically getting hit with lightning, right? Because I know that we have been able to establish that the, like, primordial soup definitely had... Oh, god damn it. I didn't notice that I had at least one dread, so hey, let's go dream on money. See if we can get a contentment. I know it's been established that, like, the primordial soup that was the original Earth ocean definitely contained all of the correct elements to create basic to create, like, basic protein structures for no, to create amino acids to create basic protein structures. There we go. To develop, I want to say it's RNA came first, not DNA, because RNA is simpler and is like a single helix, if I remember correctly, instead of the double. And the theory was that, like, lightning striking the primordial soup caused catalyzation to create the catalyzation to create the first like, very basic version of RNA. Cool take on gods, doesn't matter if they exist or not. The aim should be for humanity to prosper long-term without screwing so much up around them. Some higher being wants to put the hot soup that made us cool. Still doesn't change humans acting now. Only 2 problems with religion. People are dicks, or worse, they stop thinking because their religion does it for them. Yes, I would generally tend to agree, Amateur. I tend to subscribe to, I don't know, I would tend to subscribe to atheism just because I don't like the existing things that I've been shown, and just, like, I don't necessarily want to think that anything was created, but But Ravelon, a lot of those functions have already been replaced by inbuilt ethics. And I think the issue for a lot of us, especially speaking as American, is that a lot of our primary interactions with religion, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's very likely a very, very loud minority, have been generally pretty negative in the States for the past couple of years. And that's the problem, though, is that even though they are the minority, they're a vocal minority who don't make us feel safe. But I would still argue that a lot of those things have been... Oh, god damn it, we're totally gonna get a... We're totally gonna get punished here. That a lot of those have... are no longer necessary because our society has developed to the point that we have, if not inbuilt ethics, we have schools that its entire point is to train children in ethics. And that a large portion of the people who aren't trained in ethics are the people who are using religion as an excuse to keep their children homeschooled. No, I definitely agree that, like, not being too hasty is 100% true, because if you, like, that's always going to be the case, that good change in any aspect of the world is going to happen slow. Well, except maybe in correcting global climate, but in general, any good change has to happen slowly, because a sudden change, even for the better, never ends up well if you're not prepared for it. And you can't make sure that everyone's always prepared for everything. No, I get what you're saying about trilobites, Luna, but that doesn't change the fact that they have been around for significantly less time than phytoplankton, who are also still around now. Okay, good, he didn't turn that into damning evidence. I was afraid he was going to. Yeah, Amateur, that's again, though, why I'm saying that remember that a lot of the things that you're thinking about, though, are vocal minorities who want to use it as, instead of a guideline, they're trying to use it as a hardline stance. As, like, this is it, this is the end-all be-all, but that's not what most people want it to be. The problem is just that we have a very vocal minority who are doing exactly what what you're saying that you don't want them to do. Yeah, I'm not saying trilobites weren't successful. They were basically... I want to say... Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say that they're the divergent point between, like, cephalopods and bony fish. Because we didn't have, like, scaled things. Because, like, you went from phytoplankton to beginning to have, then they weren't successful then, Luna. Like, that's like saying the dinosaurs don't have any descendants because they all went extinct too, except that no, some of their lines managed to continue on evolving into birds, and possibly lizards. Theropods are weird. Yeah, first organic molecules fell apart, then eventually organic molecule formed, managed to resolve creation of copy in itself. That was the moment life was born, then it died, but after enough iterations, it stuck around, yeah. Yeah, that's why aren't they, I'm pretty sure we do, because aren't they the division point between... So after we finally had multicellular life, didn't multicellular life, one, it stayed below the surface for quite a while, but I want to say the trilobites came... Let me make sure I'm not forgetting what the hell a trilobite is, because I think I remember exactly what it is, but... Oh, I'm totally thinking of the different thing. Yeah, sorry, what am I thinking of? What the fuck am I thinking of? That's gonna drive me nuts. What the hell? I'm thinking of the things that look like, I now exactly recognize trilobites, but I'm just like, what? It's like, squids inside conical shells. whose name I now cannot remember. That's gonna annoy me. I'm gonna hope that I'm gonna come back to chat and that someone will have pointed it out already. Come here, chat. There we go. Nautilus, that's what I'm thinking of, thank you. God damn it. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I mean, yes, Ammonite, but Ammonite is supposed to be a Nautilus. Because wasn't that the big divergent split between, like, Nautilus and bony fish, like, the things that came even before Coeliocanthus? That were, like, the fish that, instead of having an internal bone structure, had, like, an external bone structure? And that seems similar to where we get, like, the same styles like Nautilus and or other arthropods. Maybe. I've maybe talking about my ass because I don't remember this super well. But I feel like that was one of the big early divisions. Oh, shit, that's going to turn into a dread and I wasn't paying attention. Why do I keep not paying attention? Why am I dumb? God damn it. Okay, another erudition that I'm totally not going to use, but whatever. Yeah, my general knowledge of many things is dodgy at best. Yeah, definitely dodgy at best. Yeah, but I don't have a ritual that can take it out. I have no rituals. I mean, I have the Rite of Crucible Soul, so I can stab someone. But, that doesn't super help me get rid of dread. I mean, I guess I can use it for indoctrinating people into the cult. I should do that, actually. Lantern. Come here, dread. Somehow we'll use the dread as a trapping. Don't question it. It's fine. Everything is working exactly as intended. Ugh, pardon me while I just crack all my things. I don't remember who told me I can double-click, but I'm remembering that now, so that I don't have to use both hands so I can drink my tea. So, I will say, I'm going to try and not let this stream go too long because of the continuing, like, back problems. And because tomorrow Sekiro comes out, and assuming it's anywhere near as good as I hope, I probably won't stop playing for way too long. So, I don't want to, like, beat myself up too much today. I'm going to play it on PC. I'm hoping it'll be good on PC, just because if I play it on console, that means I have to get it on the PS4, and I have to download it on the PS4, which ends up always taking longer than it does on the PC, and it means that I have to... Actually, I guess now that I've got the capture card... Capturing it wouldn't be that bad, but... Yeah. It's a new From Software game. I came to the From Software party late, but... Yeah, I already also have it preloaded on the PC. But... I do actually get it, and I really enjoy their games. Like, hell, if I... if I had, what is it, the PS4 VR stuff, I would probably try out, they have a very strange game that's unrelated to, like, Dark Souls and those sort of games, called Duracine, that it's like, I would also really like to play that, but I don't have the thing. I don't even know if they do difficult! Like, this is a thing that I keep arguing lately, is that I don't think that From Software games are all that difficult. In fact, it's my biggest issue with Dark Souls 2, is that it's difficult for the sake of being difficult. at least at the start. I assume it probably gets easier later, but, like, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3, worst case, you can just say, fuck it, and just, I'll go grind and get a whole bunch of extra levels before trying to fight something. Or, you can just learn specific enemy patterns and learn how to counter them with your playstyle. Yeah, there's that thing about Outer Worlds now being Epic exclusive. I'm gonna be completely honest. Until I actually see what the fuck the game looks like, I'm not just gonna throw money at Obsidian. Like, I completely get them wanting to go to the Epic Store because, frankly, they're giving devs a way better deal. But, at the same time, I just don't feel like I know what Outer Worlds is yet. And maybe once I know what it is, I'll, like, care a lot more, but I haven't seen anything that makes me go like, yes! It's like, yes, it's Obsidian. They make good stuff. I'd like to wait and see what it is, though, before I get hyped. Because, like, Anthem looked sweet at their demo, too. And everything about Anthem seems to not be great lately. Or, yeah. I mean, yes, it should be better than Anthem. And I'm so amazed that Anthem is basically doing exactly the same things that Destiny did at launch. That is very fair, Ravelon. I understand having issues with Epic. I'm kind of annoyed that because Epic is cutting such a big deal that Discord actually is no longer doing their projected plans anymore. I mean, BioWare has... I'm trying to remember who wrote this article that I saw that was a great thing. I don't think Mass Effect 3 was bad. I personally really enjoyed Mass Effect 3. Frankly, I also enjoyed Mass Effect Andromeda. I think that the bullshit for that was a lot bigger than... Or the people giving it shit was a lot bigger than it needed to be, but mostly the issue came down on EA forcing it out the door early and then shooting the people who bought the season pass, which I think may have been me as well, in the foot. But with Anthem, the best example that I've basically seen is that it's the continuing thing that EA continues to do where they seem to fundamentally misunderstand why, like, what studios are good at. Where they went, okay, well, Destiny's making a fucking shitload of money, and we want to do a Destiny game. Let's give, like, the looter shooter that doesn't need to have that good of a story, but needs to have really tight, good gunplay to the dev team we own that makes really great stories and okay shooters. Like, that's the exact opposite of how it should have gone. I don't know about Andromeda being a snooze fest. I personally enjoyed it. And I feel like with Mass Effect 3, the mechanics for the ending were dumb. The actual, like, endings I don't think were that bad, but I think it was definitely let down by its own marketing and the fact that you'd be building up this story for 3 games. There's no way you're going to satisfy everybody, unfortunately. Yeah, but Amateur, there's my thing, is... Yeah, they're entirely different. That's fine. That's totally true. What is Outer World? We have literally not seen any gameplay of it. Until we start seeing gameplay, I just like, yeah, it might as well be, what's that game that had a sequel hinted at for almost a decade and a half? Beyond Good and Evil 2. It's like, yeah, it might as well be Beyond Good and Evil 2 to me, where it's like, yeah, it looks sweet when it... ever has a gameplay trailer. Yeah, it's probably not going to be a looter shooter. That is fine. Yeah, I don't know about terrible story. It definitely was not, like, the best story that they've ever done, though, Revlon. It definitely was not a great story. And that's the worst part, is that it looks like Anthem is, hey, we figured out how to do what we wanted to do in the Mass Effect Andromeda combat, but Mass Effect Andromeda came out too soon, and we didn't have it ready. Yeah, Luna, the devs had also left BioWare by that point. Like, the two big names whose names I can never remember left shortly before or shortly after Mass Effect 3 came out and haven't been with the studio for years. They also showed Beyond Good and Evil 2 gameplay during last year's E3. Yeah, exactly. That's the first time... Wait, no. Did they show gameplay? No! They didn't show gameplay, did they? Because they show... I was live tweeting a bunch of E3 this year. Except it wasn't live tweeting, I was doing it in the Discord. Yeah, there was no gameplay. It was another goddamn trailer. And then they brought out Elijah Wood to talk about that really shitty program that they wanted to do, and that they might still be doing, that was basically like getting a bunch of fans to do art for them and then not paying them. Yeah, it has been almost a year. I don't think there was any gameplay, though, because it was mostly the Elijah Wood thing. As far as you can tell, it's either a prequel or something really bad happened to Paige from that trailer. I don't remember. I feel like they said whether or not it's a prequel or a sequel, and I don't remember. I'll be honest, I don't even remember everything that happens in Beyond Good and Evil 1. I need to go back and replay that sometime. But yeah, God, it's almost E3 time again, isn't it? Ugh. Oh, please tell me E3 is going to be going on the one time when I'm actually in, on vacation, so that I can come back and find out all of it later without actually having to take part in E3. Then again, co-streaming E3 was actually... Wait, did I co-stream E3, or did I just think about it? I may have just thought about it. Well, doing the, like, pseudo-live tweeting of it was fun. So, might do that again. We'll see. I got super distracted and don't remember what I'm doing, but I think it's just reading a bunch of books. Paige is with the DomZ now, and she's in charge of the DomZ. Oh, damn, it's in the beginning of June. Damn it! Then I won't be able to pull that shit. Fuck. I mean, in the good news, that means I'll actually be, like, around, so I'll probably do the... I might do the rebroadcasting, because I thought about doing it last year, and I just didn't for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of okay with more and more studios moving away from E3. We don't need it anymore. Like, hell, Nintendo has, for the first time in a couple of decades, like, is leading the pack with something in their Nintendo Directs. And I'm okay with that, because E3 is fucking expensive, and it's expensive for the sake of being expensive, not for the sake of the games. It's just a big marketing thing. Like, it's also a great place to show their investors, like, hey, here's what we're working on, and here's why it's popular, but you can also do that in a closed-door meeting, where you don't have to look pretty and try and get people on stage to make jokes that millennials will actually laugh at, and that then you later have to explain to your investors. I mean, it will be sad because we'll have fewer places to see Aisha Tyler just be funny, but was she even at the Ubisoft one last year? I admit that the Ubisoft one last year I did not pay attention to. remember watching Snarkathon without TB. I mean, I feel like Jenna did a pretty solid job. Admittedly, she did it way sooner. Like, I'm surprised that she did it. Not because I don't think she should have, I'm surprised that she was able to do it. Because that was fast. And the amount that she's, like, stepped back in other ways, and probably... I'd be surprised if she does it this year, honestly. Yeah, I get that, Luna, because at the same time that she was doing it, I was literally going through the exact same thing with my father. But, like, following her still on social media now, like, after that, she had a couple of, like, I don't want to say breakdowns, but, like, points where it became abundantly clear that, yeah, she may have had time to be prepared, but it's still, like, there are weird things that just don't feel the same afterwards. Like I said, I'm still dealing with that, and it's part of why I'm trying to actively ignore the fact that my birthday's coming up, because I know that as soon as we pass my birthday, then we're getting painfully close to the anniversary of when my father passed away. Because, like, I mean, I don't even know if I would say that mine is better or worse, but I didn't have the, like, quite as much of getting to see it coming, I guess. Where it was just like, my father was apparently way better at hiding it for a while, because I got a call from my mom, I think like 4 days before my father passed, just like, I think something is very wrong. Because we knew ahead of time that, like, he had terminal cancer. But just how bad it was, he was apparently getting very good at hiding from us and some of his doctors. Didn't choose life for quite some time after TB's death? Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're doing now, because she's, like, flying back and forth between South Korea and Charlotte right now, but I'm glad that she's at least doing stuff for... I don't want to say doing stuff for herself now, because that makes it sound like she had someone doing things for her, but, like, she's doing things for herself. Delirium complaining about the FPS and lack of settings in real life. I guess she felt very important for John, became very important for her. Yeah. Yeah, that was sort of the thing that always threw us off with my father, was that, like, my father started his liver cancer that progressed similarly to TB's, where it moved into his colon, but what we didn't realize was that it also moved into his brain, and he was somehow hiding that from us and the doctors. Rather impressively so that, like, when we had to go back and start looking at his records and things, there was a point where, looking at his records, it was just like, you can point at the day and go, like, something changed, like, within this week. Of just, like, his handwriting changed, and his writing style changed, and just... It's really fucking weird, and the worst part was that it was, like, noticing that this thing changed in 2016, and then... But only being able to see it, like, going back in the records, and... Like, we was still around then until... like, not even halfway through 2018, and just, we didn't realize. This got dark. I don't know why this got dark. I don't know why I let this get dark. Ugh. Yep, sorry, that went places I wasn't prepared for, but it happens once in a while. Especially anytime flamingos come up. Oh god, okay. I can explain the flamingo thing later, but I just realized that... So I've mentioned this once or twice, that for the first time in probably several years, I'm actually going to go on a vacation, which is weirding me out. Because my mom is... I thought it was System Shock a remake. I thought they were just remaking one. And the weirdness is that... Ugh. Oh, there's a remake and System Shock 3? I did not realize that. Ooh. I don't even know what the hell I was saying anymore. Oh, right. So, because of a thing related to my father, a large portion of my family now all have, flamingo tattoos. Including some members who did not have any other tattoos before. And because I'm going on holiday with a bunch of them in summer, there's a decent chance I'm going to be... Browbeat is a strong word, but I'm going to use it for comedic effect. Browbeat into getting my first tattoo, which is a slippery slope. It's a very slippery slope. Flamingos always make you think of croquet? Ah, okay. Medieval is getting a remake, which is releasing sometimes this year. Which one is Medieval? I don't remember what Medieval is. I thought they just announced something really positive about the remake, didn't they? Like, literally before I went live today, I thought I saw someone tweeting about the remake. I swore I did. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I bet I can't. But I want to check. Oh, it may have been hours ago. My sense of time is so fucked up. Sir Daniel... I don't know what that name... I haven't played any of the System Shock games. I'm gonna get yelled at for that, I'm sure. I'm not seeing the thing that I thought I would find quickly, hopefully. Butts. Butts. I was really hoping I would be able to find that. Oh, well. Medieval is a game from PlayStation's cult classic. I didn't own a PlayStation. I didn't have a video game console until... I guess technically I had a Game Boy Color, but I didn't have a real console until the GameCube. Hey, Le Choufleur, and welcome, Lex Lutho. Sorry, I don't know why I read that thinking it was, like, French, but, I don't know, I feel like it will be absolutely maddening on mobile. I mean, I guess you'll be able to liberally use the pause button, which then again, I've been massively abusing, but whatever. Oh shit, I need to go find some new cult members, because I have a dread that I can't get rid of. Oh. SS Remake is supposed to come out in 2020 after development reboot, according to the last update you saw. Cautious but hopeful. I mean, I'm much more happy with a game that who was it? I want to say it was Sakurai that had the, like, classic... A game that comes out is bad for... Maybe not ever, but now... Not ever anymore, but... May not have a chance to improve, but a game that is delayed always has a chance of getting better. Good. So far, pretty good, Le Choufleur. I mean, I'm trying to balance it out a little bit. We're doing an Enlightenment cult this time. Yes, Luna, you actually should be marked down as a regular by the bot, so you shouldn't need to ask anymore. Yeah, wait, so what is Medieval? Sir Daniel Verdesquire is the main protagonist. It's a one-eyed skeleton with a worm in his cranium. I'm now extra confused. Give me this contentment, because I wasn't paying attention. Here, dream on this dread with this contentment so they go away before anything bad might happen. I don't know, Amateur, but I would hope that it's basically just... I mean, I actually... No, I don't think I have any hope. Sorry, I don't think I have a hope for one thing over another so much as just, like, whatever is necessary to make sure that it's a good game. Oh, God, right. Okay, so I really want to like Magic, and I've played Magic for a long time, but I really don't like Magic Arena. I keep trying. I really keep trying to like Magic Arena, and I think it has very interesting aspects, but I think its economy is massively fucking parasitic, and I don't understand why everyone is so goddamn happy that they announced that they're putting in cosmetics. It's like, yes, they're putting in cosmetics. Why are you so happy about this? There's still visual bugs that prevent you from playing the game. Because for some reason, you can have a UI issue where the card that you're currently playing never hits the field on your screen and instead gets, like, blown up or moved to the wrong area. And for some reason, that prevents you from interacting with anything that would be below it. Like, other cards that you want to play. It's like, ah! But yes, sure, the game with the massive grind or parasitic economy is adding cosmetics that you also have to pay into the parasitic economy for. Yeah, exactly, Elfcat. There's still real bugs that got people almost DQ'd at the last mythic, whatever the hell they want to call them now. Which, like, why are you running tournaments in a program in beta? Why? Why are you putting the focus on cosmetics that will make you money instead of making the game work? Oh, because money. Premise is it's 100 years before the game stars. Fortescue, whatever, was leading the army of Gallowmere in battle against traitorous warlocks. These are... I know these are names, but this is feeling very jargony. And his army of undead shadow demons. They're buried with all honors, however. Fast forward 100 years, Zarek is back, and once again, raising the dead. Only this time he also accidentally raises Fortescue. So now you have to stop Zarek to live up to your legacy. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I was not aware of that game series, but that sounds interesting. I mean, yes, Amateur, that is totally fine. The problem is, that's not what they're doing. They're not keeping artists employed because some of the cosmetics are... Oh, those artists who we already contracted to make Planeswalker art? Yeah, we just cut out that's what you're buying to use as your thing. Some of them are, like, 5 years old. That's why I'm annoyed about it. And they're like, yeah, we're doing sleeves! Okay, how long did it take you to design that sleeve? Well, it's a beige background with the Azorius symbol on it. So, like, 20 minutes? Yup! Like, if it weren't such, like, these are literally art assets they had already, I would be less annoyed. Because, like, I was one of those people who was saying the exact same thing with the Hearthstone things. When they were doing the early, what are they called? Like, heroes that you bought. Like, I was definitely one of those people going, like, look, no, that's an entirely different team. These are new arts for characters and things. In this case, it's just, this is literally art you already had around. Well, for those of you who super enjoy those games, I will hope that they would do both, assuming it's good, but I don't know. Okay. I have not been paying attention. Gave me all this. I feel really bad now that I haven't been paying attention. Doubly so because I know that I kind of want to stop. Not soonish, but like within some sort of relatively near timeline. Because I want to have as much time for not time. I want to be as, like, ready for Sekiro as possible. Also because I've got, like, a week and a half worth of VODs that I still need to get posted for patrons and such. And I've been really bad about that during this week of hell back. I need to continue recruiting. It was for PSP? Resurrection was a remake of Medieval 1, more child-friendly story. So they're not doing the Square Enix thing where they just keep publishing the mobile remakes and calling it the the new remake. And now I'm just thinking about the fucking Final Fantasy VII remake that sounds like wonderful, not wonderful, like weird shit continues to happen there. Okay, you're done. Finish that. Come here so we can go paint this restlessness away. Must get all the books. I swear this place is giving more books than it usually does. Yes, give me more cult members. Yes, we finished the other one. We actually managed to do the change ascent, yeah. And got, what's his name? What's her name? Yisbet to ascend with us. Yeah, that was weird. But yeah, we're trying to go for the Enlightenment now. Final Fantasy Remake will release in a bundle with Persona 6. My bigger issue with it is mostly just that, you know that it's now being done by, like, for a series of things. One, generally Final Fantasy HD remakes don't need directors and haven't always had directors. This one does. Also, the fact that 3 years into development, they only just posted job postings for level designers. 3 years into development. I have no connection to Final Fantasy VII, so I'm just like, I don't think this is going to turn out well, but I feel bad for the people who are really looking forward to it. Go, study Greek. Oh shit, I can't study Greek. Damasu, that's not a new thing. That's been a thing for a while. Also, welcome, friend. And no, they're trying to be Steam that pays devs more. Because that's how they're getting all those contracts. Is because Steam takes a 30% cut of all sales. Epic, for anyone using their launcher, I think is an 11% cut right now. Yeah, amateur, but that's not what people are expecting out of Final Fantasy VII. The people who are looking forward to Final Fantasy VII at this point aren't looking for what RE2 Remake did, even though that was honestly pretty solid. They're wanting to just play Final Fantasy VII with good graphics. And that's not what they're going to get. If they ever get it. If they ever get it. That's probably the important part at this point. Don't get the child-friendly thing. Great enjoy Dungeon Keeper, Hitman, Bloodman's. I don't think that any of those... Okay, I don't know about Blood. Don't think that, the EA Dungeon Keeper wasn't supposed to be child-friendly. It was supposed to be, we need money. And I don't think the new Hitman games are child-friendly. The new Hitman games are fucking sweet. Thing is, Epic is more dev-friendly, but way less customer-friendly. Yes? they're less customer-friendly, but then again, so was Steam. Like, Steam eventually became more customer-friendly. But Steam didn't start that way. Oh, I thought you were talking about the new EA Dungeon Keeper, like the mobile one that was an absolute fucking shit show. But yeah, they don't make a play at being... There's plenty of games that aren't child-friendly. And it's not the... The problem right now isn't that it's the upraised, like, angry moms. It's that it's actual legislators in the states who are constantly trying to bring down shit on violent, or mostly sexual, video games. That is a fair read, Revlon. Now all of chat remembers that the mobile Dungeon Keeper was a thing and wants to forget it. God damn it, I will never fucking buy anything from the Ubisoft launcher, are you kidding me? That thing sucks! Like, I hate Origin with a burning passion, but the Ubisoft launcher is so much worse. Oh, like, I would gladly still use the Epic launcher of the Uplay shit, which fucking emailed me twice today. And I'm still confused about it because Uplay emailed me twice today about, hey, you've got these points or something that are gonna expire on the 31st. And on the 18th. I'm like, one, it's the 21st. What the fuck are these points, and how did I earn them? I haven't played a Ubisoft game in months? I haven't bought one on the service ever. Amateur, it's because our country is founded by the people who ran away from other countries because they were too Puritan, among other things, but mostly. Then why do they expire, Luna? That's why I'm confused. Why would they expire? But yeah, remember that our country was... Or not our country, I don't actually know what country you're in, but, but it's not even all of them! Only some of them are expiring! Like, it very specifically says that not all of them will expire then. But yeah, remember that the US was founded by, people who were escaping religious persecution from European countries, mostly because they had really, really Puritan and anti-sexual beliefs. So that's where a lot of our laws came from. Okay, Elfcat, enjoy your pizza. I should probably food at some point. Wait, no, I ate before this. I'm actually good. I remembered for once. Don't they stop using them because they want to start selling even more stuff for money? I don't even know. I have never once purchased anything through the Ubisoft launcher, and I never will. Like, the amount of Ubisoft games that I even play nowadays is minuscule. The last one I played wasn't even a game that I got. It was... Haley got it for me. I played a bit of Far Cry 5. So I was just like... This is weirdly on the nose and also trying to not be on the nose, so I'm not enjoying it. Yeah, I've heard decent things about Odyssey, but I just don't care about the Assassin's Creed games enough to play anymore. Am I missing a reason? I am. They're both in here, I bet. Oh my god! Another affliction! We just got over one! God damn it. Yeah, Yeah, it doesn't really look like an Assassin's... Oh, shit, I wasn't paying attention. It doesn't even super look like an Assassin's Creed game to me. It looks like a really cool game, but it looks like open world, like... I don't even want to call it Assassin's Creed. I don't know what to call it. Blood Dragon was super fun, but Blood Dragon was also, like, based on Far Cry 3. And God damn, how long ago did Far Cry 3 come out? But that game is great, yes. But I never finished Blood Dragon, did I? I watched someone finish Blood Dragon, but I don't think I ever actually finished it myself. Oh, that game was so much better than it had any right to be. Shit! And now we have Dread. But hey, I've got a Contentment that won't last. Oh god, it won't... It's gonna wear off at exactly the same time. Fuck'ems. Hey, you, believer, I need to talk to you about Contentment. Okay. Ah, fuck, I can't talk to her about Contentment. I can only talk to Solo Chana about everything. Fuck! Wait, I can set it... Shit, I thought I could set it there. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Fuck. Okay, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, that's fair, Damasu. Like, it's okay if not every game is for you. Like, I liked the first Assassin's Creed game, and I really liked all of the iterations of Assassin's Creed 2, but you don't have to like them. Pardon me while I try and readjust. It's just lore-wise an AC game because it uses the Animus. Yeah, but then just stop calling them Assassin's Creed. It's not like it has anything to do with the Assassin storyline anymore. Hang on while I hide this in here real quick so that it's got enough time left. Like, haven't they even entirely abandoned, what's his name? The player character? With the personality of Adam Sandler, if you somehow sucked all of the personality out of Adam Sandler? Desmond, that's it. Yeah, right, because he died. Okay. Okay. I don't know what that's going to create, but hopefully nothing bad. Hang on, what? Damasu, if I remember correctly, is what that means. I admit to not knowing many Greek folks. Didn't Odyssey also get kind of, like, shit on because to make their lore work, they did that, like, hey, your character can be gay except for in this new DLC where we have to make them not be gay so that they can carry on their bloodline. Going back to CS. Oh, we're the physician, which is why we have, like, the super easy job. And we're trying to do the Enlightenment temptation, but I have a bad habit of usually trying to get a whole bunch of my, my stuff done, not stuff, but, like, getting my stats and getting more knowledge before I start really pursuing the goal, which is probably bad, but it means that I feel less bad about doing these things where I sit down and talk about dumb things. Because we have a bad habit of doing that here about everything. See, I remember the backlash. How did they fix it? Because that feels like a heavy air quotes on the fix part. Pawn, get below Neville. Neville's more important than you, Pawn. Oh good, I'll finally know how to speak Greek. Well, read Greek. I feel like reading and speaking are very different. Because I can I mean, I can't even actually speak French anymore, no. I can listen to French and understand what's going on and maybe respond in a way that doesn't actively sound like I got kicked in the head by a mule. But I don't think I can read it terribly well anymore. I mean, that sounds kind of... That sounds kind of dumb, Luna, but okay. But it's very much a, we wrote ourselves into this stupid genetic memory corner, so we have to keep using it. Yeah, the job is so easy. I love it. Especially after we did the dancer last time. It's just like, I was constantly working at trying not to starve. Oh, it was so nice. I get that it's a paradigm view that's common at the time. The problem is that they're using logic from our, like, they're part of the reason why the gay relationship was even in the game is because it's good marketing for them as being seen as more inclusive. The problem is that then if you fall back on, well, hey, here's a thing that was done at the time as your excuse for basically finding a way to undo that because of your annoying lore. Yeah, I know that gay relationships were extraordinarily common in ancient Greece. I'm arguing that they went with Greece to make that easier. I still think that should almost, like, if you have a romance thing, that should be an option. Honestly, I really like the way that, what is it, Dragon Age Inquisition did their romance options, which is that, your character can be after whatever the fuck they want, but your options are limited by the fact that some of the people who you could romance aren't gay or aren't straight. Okay, there. Now we understand the Greek. Don't know why I said it like that. Please ignore me. Yeah, aren't Priest and Ghoul both coming out in May? That the Greeks gay all... Yeah, I have actually heard that is believed to be part of why olive oil was so prevalent in Greece. Also, hey, just a reminder that this is an 18+ stream, in case anyone didn't notice that when they came in. That doesn't so much mean I get the fuck out, it means that if you tell me that you're under 18, I will have to kick you out. So just don't. Just don't, yeah. Yeah, I thought the Winter Ascension was connected to Ghoul. I feel like they showed something else after Ghoul and I feel like they showed something else. Hang on. I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I can't remember. Come here, Twitter, and just go to the Weather Factory page, because they posted it relatively recently. Oh, it was Chinese and Russian languages, yeah. Yeah, so iOS and Android launch date coming soon, Priest DLC and Ghoul DLC by the end of May 2019, and then Chinese and Russian languages later in 2019. That's what I was thinking of. The two DLCs, Luna. How dare you, and the sensitivity... Wait, what? I mean, Winter followers do the same thing as Edge followers. Yeah, I just assumed that instead of us just getting the basic ascensions, they'll be more like the Dancer Ascension, where there's, like, extra different things to do. Oh, no, I don't I was trying to find a place, but sure. Oh, I did not realize that... So, does Winter never make prisoners? It only makes bodies? I was not aware. Keep studying all the books. Oh, Edgefollower always brings a prisoner? So Winter just always kills them? Oh, Winter often kills them. Okay. Huh, that's weird. I was not aware. Sorry, my nose is now driving me slightly nuts. Give me this. We need to use our passion to get rid of the restlessness. There we go. Ah, yes, the game where... Can't you have children in Stardew? I feel like I'm replacing Stardew... I can never recall what's in Stardew and what's in, the thing that Stardew is based on, but isn't. Harvest Moon! I mean, they never age in Harvest Moon either. They, like, go up to a certain thing. Yeah, that still implies, like, sex, Tamasu. Therefore, not clean, perfect game. Not clean, innocent game. That's what I was going for. Is Stardew adoption? Huh. Well, your animals can have kids. Oh, goddammit, I'm about to find Streets Strange by Moonlight. I'm trying to remember how the hell to find the, well, fuck it, here, I'll just do this. The club and the other thing, which I'm forgetting. Ooh, hey, we got another right. I think that's one of the bad ones, but whatever. Yeah, the auction house, that's it. Okay, it is just random. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure, and I was afraid that I was fucking it up. Oh, hey, we got another lantern person. Hey, Pope. Let's go get Pope in the cult. Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot I can have my followers do the exploration for me.
I enjoy raiding!
Wait, what? Hey, Imogen Tempest. Why is that not showing up in my chat? That's weird. Imogen Tempest, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hello, all.
I enjoy raiding in glorious combat!
Ah, that would be it. And Viscero Tempest, thank you all very much. Wait, shit, Alfcat's not here anymore. No, I have to do this myself. Chat, where are you? Fuck. Where the hell have I put my own chat? Oh, Lord. Shit. Oh, goodness. Why the hell can I not see the... There they are. There we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry, my regular mod was not around. So, thank you very much for those raids from Imogen and Viscero Tempest. If y'all have not checked them out, they are a wonderful couple streamers. Couple streamer? I have no idea. What is Project Gorgon? These wonderful... I usually can do the modding myself. It's just... I was not prepared for double raid. They're a wonderful couple who's generally stream together, though I feel like I see Imogen a little bit more often streaming solo as well. What on earth is Project Gorgon? No, Damasu, I think that VIPs can do it too, but I can't remember, because the bot is weird about it. But hi, Raiders! Hi, I'm Cap. This is the Lair of Lore. This absolute madness here is Cultist Simulator. It's very strange to describe, and I'll try and do that in a minute, but welcome! I believe there was a follow that I lost in there somewhere too, because for some reason that's also not showing up in my bot, you traitor. You traitor. Let's see. I swear I heard one. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I heard one, but I might be wrong, apparently. But still, thank you all very much. So this is Cultist Simulator, which is a game all about founding a cult. Oh, you did a glorious in the middle? Oh, that's what threw me off then. Okay. So far, we have successfully founded a cult. Most of these people are in the cult. And we are pursuing the ideal, or I guess the temptation of enlightenment, at the expense of, well, pretty much everything else. We're going to know everything. Or try and know everything until we have to start consuming the minds and bodies of other people. It gets weird. But it's basically just a game of spinning plates. So how was Project Gorgon? Like, is it just a traditional, like, WoW-style MMO, for lack of a better way of putting it? Because I know usually y'all are playing, like, shooters and fighting games. No, that's not actually helping. There's Pope, we just indoctrinated into the cult. At the expense of other people's sanities. That's probably the best way to put it, yeah. Quick rundown of this massive, terrifying board state. These cards here are the things that keep us alive, so it's like our health, our passion, our reason, and the money that we use to pay for food. Over here are all of my wonderful cult members. These are the secrets that we've begun to learn. So, like, all the different aspects of magic, kind of. And these are a couple books that I haven't read yet that'll give us more secrets. These are formula that we can use to perform magic. The problem is that they destroy something that we put in, and these both destroy things that we don't really have a lot to spare of. This one kills a person. It's not super helpful. These are, like, our skills, so, like, these we can use to improve the number of the other cards we have. You're currently a pig in a hat. Your husband's an elf. Nice balance of theme park and sandbox MMO. I am now confused how that works, but it sounds cool. A bit more lean towards the sandbox style. You do whatever... You're not on a track. You do whatever you feel like. And check out the main story. Oh, okay. So it's like a thing that's also still in beta. Okay, that's cool. What was I doing? Right, I was getting more people into the cult because a shocking number of these folks aren't actually part of our cult. Neville, get in here. So we have what's called a lantern cult, which means that to get people into our cult, we basically have to introduce them to our minorly fucked up philosophy by showing them some low-level secrets. And as we get more into this, we can show them bigger and more powerful secrets. God damn it. To get them, like, higher ranked. And then I've got these people also sort of ordered because all of your followers are attached to one of the different aspects of magic in this game. Why are you here? You're supposed to be over an edge. So, like, this stack are attached to knock, which is all about, like, opening things. Not necessarily doors, but usually doors. They're very against locks. Or, against is probably the wrong word. They like breaking locks. Then we've got our winter people here. You're not in winter either. We don't have any winter people. Winter is all about just like, everything should maybe just die. Go away. Just make everything go away. We have one moth person. Moth people have a high chance of going nuts because it's all about just pure chaos. Then we've got our wonderful Grail cultists. Grail is... Luna's gonna yell at me because he wants to say it's just excess. Grail is hedonism. You get people into your Grail cult, if you were doing a Grail cult, by going, yeah, we just have orgies all the time. And as they get deeper in, they start to realize, oh, it's also, like, piercings, and then also just, like, full-on crazy pain masochist people. Got it. We've got our... I think this woman's heart, and she's not in the cult for some reason. It's all about, like, Heart is just like, no, we want to be immortal. We just want to keep going. We want to exist. Forge, creation and destruction. Edge is just, we like stabbing people. They're very simple. And then Lantern, which is our whole jam, is just, no, we will know everything. Everything. Yeah, why? I thought she was Winter. Like, why the hell are you over here in my heart stack? But yeah, everyone gets really confused when they come into your Project Gorgon streams. You expect a person, you get a pig in the hat. I mean, what are we if not just a pig in a hat? I mean, yeah, Grail also has the touch of cannibalism going for it. That's like the tippy top of absurd hedonistic excess. I mean, but to return to my previous point, the few cooks who I'm aware of that have dealt with human meat, which is not many, but they all say we taste like pork. I don't know why I just left it there. How do you... What is the word for self-cannibalism? That... I feel like that has to have a word. Yeah, Grail is also seduction, devouring, and getting extra limbs to do all of those previously noted things better. Thank you very much, Imogen Tempest. Hope you all have fun, and thank you very much for the raid. If y'all have not checked them out, you definitely should. Like, I don't feel like there's enough... I'm trying to figure out a better way of saying it than, like, couples who stream, but, like, stream teams where you actually have, like, both people doing stuff. Autonomy! Yeah, I mean, there's more syllables that I can't say, but yeah, that thing. Yeah, I'm bad at feeding people to Poppy because I forget that I can... I think... For a very long time, I thought that she just kept eating people. So I just never talked to her. Why am I getting money? No, I want the secret. There we go. There were more common to be cannibals in certain parts of Africa. Tourists there actually named as taxi driver. Tasted human ass. Tastes like... Asked if it tasted like pork. I don't know, I'm Muslim. I mean, that was, what, the original, that was the whole thing with, what was it, Kuru? Which is the other spongiform encephalopathy. God, I can't say that word. Like Mad Cow and, shit, the other prion one. That was... I believe it was an African tribe's funeral ritual involved performing, or not performing, involved the eating of the dead, but because they were still a, like, relatively underdeveloped patriarchal society, they had a thing about men eating first, and they would eat the cuts that, frankly, on any cut of meat you would, or any other carcass you would eat first, which is like the muscles and things, and that the women and children would then eat basically what was left over, which was a combination of the offal and the what's it called, the like brain and spinal cord and things directly connected to them. So when one of their tribe members died of Kuru, it ended up just, like, spreading to all the rest of everyone except for the men, effectively. And I want to say that was Kuru. I know it was a spongiform encephalopathy. I can only say it if I'm not thinking about it too much. Encephalopathy. But I don't remember if it was Kuru or not. Oh shit, we've actually got everyone in the cult now. So hey, time to go talk about our knife secret to try and get some more people in the cult. Ugh. So who are you? Oh my god, we have all of the edge people. I do not need all of these edge people, but sure. Uh... Yeah, so stabby, but I don't want to go stabby. Going stabby makes you very obvious. I mean, I'll need them once we get to, what's it called? Like, the high tier of our temptation, but not now. I can't remember. What is it that I need to get through the wood? I mean, I can approach the white door, so I might as well do that now. Not even expeditions. I'm thinking about, like, getting to the high level of our temptation so that we need to start capturing people so that we can do our thing that isn't directly eating them, because what the hell? Open an emo club with all that edge? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, damn it, it wants a glimmering? Fuck you. I don't have any glimmering. You know that. Oh. No, I definitely just... What the fuck? Yeah, no, I'm dropping a whole bunch of frames. Why am I dropping a whole bunch of frames? Hang on, then. Okay. Something is suddenly using a bunch more network, or, as is possibly the case... Okay. Nope, it's still not actually better. Close that window. Close that window. Yes, leave. That's not better. Okay, hang on. Well, fuck. Shit. Well, I guess I was talking about trying to end at a reasonable time anyway. So, hopefully y'all can hear me. Yeah, nope, I'm gonna have to call the stream here, because it's skipping all over the place. I inexplicably only am getting about 1 meg up for some reason. Which is to say that probably... Okay, the audio is good. Which is to say that probably my ISP is doing something fucky again, because they like to do this occasionally. Because now it looks like it's fine, but it's not going to stay fine. So I guess I'm going to call it here. I'm very sorry, y'all. I will be back tomorrow, for sure, with Sekiro, for as long as I possibly can before I go completely mad or blind, maybe both. So thank you all so very much for joining me. I'm sorry that all of a sudden I just started dropping all of the frames. But thank you all so very much for joining me. I hope you've all had a fair amount of fun. But I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, with Sekiro. I understand if some of y'all won't be here because you'll also be playing Sekiro, but I'll be playing it for a while, give or take. But yeah, thank you so very much for the raids and for... I think there was a follow. I'm still confused about that, but whatever. Want to give a shout out to all of our wonderful patrons. I could not do it without them. Thank you very much to Alfcat, Tremer101, Stark Maximum, Damasu, and Pentaperry. And I think I'm gonna throw all of you over to... yeah, Gatsby. She'll be going for damn ever. And I know at least some of y'all will enjoy a good Monster Hunter World. So thank you all so very much, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, folks.